Hello, everyone. Let everyone join. We'll start in another 5 minutes. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to Airship Aviation Academy. I hope all of you are doing well. Before starting this webinar, I just want a brief introduction from all of you. Just tell me when is your SIM check, either for Air India or IndiGo, and when is your SIM check, and yeah, that's it. All right. Let's start with Amit first. Amit, go ahead. Amit, can you hear me? All right. Anaswar, what about you?
So I don't have my SIM check dates yet.
Okay, with Air India, right?
It's a Indigo.
Indigo. Are you done
Yes.
with the bridge course?
No, sir, I'm going next month only. Just
All
want to know about it. So
okay, so you still have time, but it's
yes,
good. You are at least here. Very good.
yes.
All right, Ankita, what about you?
Sir, Air India standby.
Air India, standby. All right,
Yes.
so you might have your SIM check around the next 1 or 2 months, let's see, whenever they call it. All right, good.
Okay, sir.
Kunal, what about you?
Sir, Air India SIM check tomorrow only.
Air India SIM check tomorrow. Okay, and from where are you taking classes?
Sir, from 360 Aviation.
From 360. Okay, they have covered all the profile.
Yes, sir. Visual circuit, FATO, ILS raw data, and ILS with FD.
Perfect, perfect. So how many days did they take?
Sir, I am taking 4 sessions, so like 4 day.
Okay, feeling confident now?
Yes, sir.
All covered?
Yes, sir.
Perfect, good. Okay, next we have Mukund. What about you?
Sir, I'm on standby as well for Air India.
Standby. All right. Next, Nupur. Nupur, can you hear me? Pranav.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah.
Actually, I don't have any sim checks right now. I'm just attending to get a general knowledge about how are the sims in the future and all.
All right. And did you appear for this Indigo or Air India vacancy?
Yes, sir, I did, but I didn't clear the Indigo.
Okay. And Air India? What about Air India?
I didn't apply for it. I was doing my typewriting back then.
Okay, okay. No problem. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, everyone. So let's start with this webinar. Okay, we have Yashpal also. Nupur, can you hear me? Yashpal?
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yes, good afternoon. Yashpal, when is your SIM check? Is it due with Air India or Indigo?
Sir, I just came back from my bridge 10 days ago, so I have not received anything yet. So,
Okay.
expect,
So Indigo SIM check, right?
yes.
All right. Okay, Nupur, what about you? All right, let's start then. Okay, everyone, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. So before starting with this, first let me give you a brief introduction about this webinar. So basically, this is specifically designed for all the pilots who are preparing for their upcoming Air India simulator check and also for those appearing for the Indigo simulator check. Okay, yeah, after completing your upbridge training, as you all know. So at Airship, we do not have a simulator to make you physically practice all the exercises. However, we have one sec. Okay. So we have designed a comprehensive SimCheck briefing program to help you confidently clear your A320 simulator check. So many pilots, they believe that practicing in the simulator alone is enough. In reality, even after simulator practice, there is still a possibility of failing the check. That is because a simulator check is not just about flying the aircraft, it is about effectively managing your abnormal situations, anticipating the aircraft's energy state, staying ahead of the situation, and knowing what is going to happen next. So, this is exactly where a thorough sim check briefing makes a difference. So, by understanding the complete profile beforehand, you already know what to expect, the common mistakes trainees usually make, and more importantly, what you are not supposed to. And additionally, you will get some tips from me that will help you in the simulator in your sim check. And believe me, a good briefing and a clear understanding of the simulator check profile will give you a significant edge and greatly improve your chances of clearing your sim check with flying colors. So, the exercises that I'm going to cover are the fundamental exercises that are commonly assessed in almost every simulator check. So I will explain each exercise thoroughly and show you how to carry it out efficiently, confidently, and without making common mistakes. All right. So here, what I have done, assessing all the basic profiles that the instructors make you do, the examiners make you do in Indigo or Air India. I have made a total of 15 exercises. All right. So in that, first is your cockpit preparation. So we'll be talking about, I'll give you a good brief about cockpit preparation and I'll give you subject material from where to study, what to study beforehand, how to prepare for it. Second is your MCTU setup. Third, your normal takeoff radial interception, your handling of abnormals, engine failure before and after V1, your ILS overhead approach, ILS approach energy management, non-precision approach, circuit and landing, one engine inoperative go around, low altitude go around, raw data, emergency descent, and loss of braking. All right. So these are all the exercises that they are going to roughly make you do and assess. All right. These days, what is happening in Indigo and Air India? First, let's talk about Air India. So, Kunal, can you tell me one thing? Have they collected that? What is the fee amount that they have collected from you?
Sir, 23,600.
23,600, and for a
Yes, sir.
30-minute session, right?
Yes, sir.
And did you get the mail for the Air India Training Academy?
Uh, yes, sir. Like that is in the Gurgaon, na?
Correct.
Yes.
And did you get any mail from Airbus for that visitor pass confirmation mail?
No, sir, not yet.
Okay. Okay. So basically, what they are doing is they are conducting their sub check in that Airbus Academy, in the Air India Training Academy. So there is that D block where they conduct it. For that, please carry all your documents. Your passport verification is also done there. So please carry your passport, all your licenses, your medical, your RT license, everything. All right. And even your previous IRPPC. All right. That you have done on your simulators and your logbook as well. All right, so these are about the documentation that you need to carry. Next thing, 2 day prior check ride, Airbus usually send you a mail for a visitor pass, and that is just for your you'll have to give your confirmation that you are going to attend that. All right. So for Air India, what they are usually doing it like this is there are 6 candidates, okay, and the 6 candidates they won't be partners in the sim check. All right. So there will be an instructor and there will be a first officer. So that first officer will be your sim partner, and he or she will be giving a separate briefing that how he is going to conduct, he or she is going to conduct the session, how the instructor is going to conduct the session, and how the FO is supposed to do the pilot monitoring or pilot flying part and not to help you guys. All right. So his uh, area of work will be very limited. He or she is not going to help you. All right. So about the profile, since you are getting only 30 minutes, the profile is going to be very short. All right. Total landing is going to be one. Visual circuit, there is going to be a visual circuit. There is going to be engine failure. There is going to be a low altitude go around and how you are managing the aircraft energy state. All right. If you have time, they might give you an ILS approach and see that how you are doing the energy management of the aircraft. So a very short profile for Air India. When we come to Indigo, there you might expect. So in this also, your cockpit preparation, MCDU setup, all this is mandatory, and this is fixed, full cockpit preparation. In Indigo as well, normal cockpit preparation, full cockpit preparation, your normal takeoff, can be a radial interception or following a heading. They might give you weather, okay, weather ahead where you have to anticipate diversion. All right, they might give you wind shear as well. All right, there will be a ILS landing. So there could be an ILS overhead or a normal ILS. But my job is to brief you for both. Okay, whatever comes. Whether it is overhead or normal ILS. All right. So then there can be a rejected takeoff. All right. Engine failure after takeoff. And then the same thing, visual circuit and raw data if they feel like, but they won't expect much from you when they will give you a raw data. But yeah, after a bridge training, they can expect raw data from you. All right. So Indigo SimCheck is going to be tough than Air India because you are just coming out of the abridged course where they have taught you all the SOPs of Indigo, trained you as per that. So they'll be expecting more out of it. All right. So I hope I am clear till here, everyone. So today, first exercise that we are going to do, first, let me just brief you about this PDF that we have created for you. So this includes all the exercises that we are going to do. All right. So then let's just start what the assessment is actually measuring. So both airlines run their simulator assessment as a competency check, not a maneuver tick exercise. So the maneuvers are simply the vehicle. The examiner is scoring behaviors visible in every one of the 15 exercises. All right. So they will have a sheet with them where they have all these things. All right. Application of procedure, flight path management, communication, problem solving and decision making, workload management, leadership, and teamwork. All right. So, first thing, you have to show them all these things, that you have all these things in you. All right. When they are conducting your sim. All right. It's just not about flying the aircraft, but getting a good score in these as well. At least a 3 or a 2, not below that. If it is a 1 in any of these, then it is not a pass. All right. So, application of procedure. Coming to application of procedure, before going for your sim check, you should be thorough with your SOP. Okay. So, SOP in your normal procedures, I am sure that everyone is aware by now. Normal procedures, you have your SOP. You have to by heart the SOP. All right. You should know what is the next step. For IndiGo, you have IndiGo SOP that you all know. After the abridged training, you must have gotten all the documents. You are following that. Please go through that. For Air India, you can follow the Airbus SOP that you have been doing in your sim training. All right. In the SOP, I have already briefed you about SOP, that it is given in your normal procedure. MCDU setup. That is very important. You have to be quick with your MCDU setup and have a good understanding. This is where I am going to help you. I'll give you a brief on the MCDU setup, how you can be quick, and then comes the ECAM handling. All right. ECAM handling also in your FCTM. They have given how to handle your abnormal procedures. So please go through that, and I am also going to brief you on that. All right. So about the ECAM handling, see, honestly, when they'll be conducting your sim check, there is not going to be enough time to give you all the failures. Okay. But engine failure is a must. Visual circuit is a must. Rejected takeoff is a must. All these things are must. Okay. For ECAM handling, if time permits, they might give you one or two failures. Okay, one or two independent or primary failures, just to check if you are doing the correct ECAM handling. So to put you on the safer side, I'll give you a briefing on this as well. All right. Let's come to the next point, that is communication. So communication is very important. Okay. When you are giving your sim check, either it is with the experienced first officer for Air India or for IndiGo with your trainee, they are looking for a good CRM. All right. Whether you are communicating with your partner, okay, whether you are taking the decision on your own or whether you are discussing or not, and then taking the decision, whether you are keeping communication first or flying the aircraft first. So all these things are important. Okay. Next is your workload management, how you are prioritizing during engine failure after takeoff. Okay. Are you giving the call first to the ATC, or first you are handling the aircraft? Okay. Or first you are maintaining the energy, managing the path, or you are doing other things. So that all comes to the workload management and your ECAM handling as well. Then comes about flight path management. This is where your golden rule apply. What is the first golden rule, anyone?
So fly, navigate, communicate in this order with appropriate task sharing.
Okay. So when they will be taking the box for flight path management, they are observing you whether you are reading the FMA. If there is any confusion, if you are understanding the FMA or not. Okay. And then they will check that when there is any failure, are you first flying the aircraft? Are you managing the aircraft energy? Are you reading what the FMA is doing, understanding it? They are going to check all these parameters. So please be careful with that. Okay. Now comes your problem solving and decision making. So problem solving, see, you all have done the failures, but I know that you must have done your type rating long time back. You must have forgotten it, but you have to revise all those procedures. This is where I come in. I'll give you a short brief on that, and that you'll be able to do it. All right. So how you are solving the problem, whether it is an engine failure, an emergency descent, how you are prioritizing. So they are looking for that. And then comes your leadership and teamwork, your task allocation, your workload sharing, your willingness to be challenged and to challenge. Hardest in the normals, diversion, go around. Okay, so task allocation. So during the MCDU setup, are you transferring controls? Okay, if you are not able to, suppose your side whole PFD and D is gone, are you transferring the controls because you cannot fly the aircraft with that, right? How are you sharing the workload? Okay, how are you utilizing the other crew in the cockpit? All right. If you are doing something wrong and your partner is challenging you, are you willing to accept? Are you willing to think that, okay, I must be doing something wrong? Let's think about it again. Are you confident enough to call for a go around? Okay. Are you are you able to identify an unstabilized approach and go for a go around? These are all things that they are looking for. All right. So these are the parameters that they will be checking. Okay. You will be ticked under this. Now comes the pass fail line. So the candidates are rarely failed for a rough landing or a slightly wide radial intercept. That is okay. Okay. You don't have to do a smooth landing, but it should be a stabilized approach. So they are failed for behaviors, loss of flight path control while task sharing, acting on a failure before identifying it, silencing, no callouts, if there is silence, no communication, no callouts, no intentions, what you are going to do, no plan after the failure, and continuing an unstable approach. I have seen many trainees that they have failed at their sim check because of this, continuing an unstable approach. All right. And the single most common reason a check is failed on the last 2 minutes of an otherwise good session. So all eh, like the complete session throughout will be good, but in the end, if your uh, approach is unstable and you continue to land, that is going to fail you, believe me. Okay, so if you feel that your approach is unstable, if anything is gone, there is no harm in calling for a go around. All right. And if one person has said go around, then the other person, the pilot flying, he has to do a go around. Okay. You cannot disregard that. Then also they might. Okay. Now comes the three ideas that run through all 15 exercises that I have discussed. Okay. That I have told you all these. So first is fly the aircraft first. So every single exercise can be failed by letting the aeroplane deviate while dealing with the exercise. Nothing on the ECAM, the MCDU, or the radio outranks flight path control. So this is basically your first golden rule that you should apply, even if there is a dual hydraulic failure. Okay, there is a dual hydraulic failure. You have lost your automation, and if you are not flying the aircraft and you straight away start with the ECAM, that is wrong. So you have to first fly the aircraft. Now, next thing is say what you are doing. The examiner cannot mark a thought, intentions, changes of mode, changes of plan, and changes of control must be verbalized and confirmed by the other party. So, if there are any changes in the FMA, you have to say it out loud. If there is no automation, okay, and you are taking controls, you are saying, I have controls. You have to say, I have controls, and you have to press the side stick push button as well. All right, this is what your SOP says. When you are taking controls, when there is no automation, you have to press it to take the control. All right, FMA readout, call outs, everything is important. What is your plan? That also you have to discuss. But make sure that you are not speaking too much. Sometimes, trainees, what they do, they speak a lot and they confuse both the partner and the instructor as well. Just stick to the standard call outs, okay, and the standard phraseology. Manage, do not react. So the candidates who pass are the ones who buy time, level off, ask for holding, take the delaying vector, and then work the problem. The ones who fail start solving before they have stabilized. So, for example, you have a failure, all right, and you are climbing. What's the point of climbing? You can ask for a level off. Okay, you don't have time. You are going away from the airport where you have to come back. You can always ask for a holding. Okay, do your ECAM actions and then come back. If the ATC is making you if the ATC is in a hurry and making you rush and is asking to come back immediately and he's giving you radar vectors, then if you are not prepared, all right, you can always ask them to stand by and delay vectors, right? First solve the problem in hand and then go for the approach. All right. So this is all that I have for you for the introduction part. So first exercise that I have kept is handling of abnormals. All right. So I will start with this. Everyone, any
Yes.
doubts still here?
No, sir.
Are you getting the idea what it is going to be like?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's start with handling of abnormals. Before that, Vinayak, what about you? When is your sim check?
Sir, I am currently waiting for my dates for GDPI IndiGo.
Okay, perfect. All right. So let's start with handling of abnormal. So before this, let's do one thing to make it interesting since I'm the only one who is speaking. All right. So before this, I'll explain you all these things, and I know that by now you have cleared your written, your interview, you know all this, but a revision is very important. Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's watch a video where they have a single failure, how they are managing it, then just read it if they are in compliance with all the SOPs or not. All right, everyone, video or first you want to do this?
So video first, maybe.
Video first. All right. Okay, everyone, is this visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
sir.
All right. Can you hear the audio?
No, sir.
One sec. Did you hear the audio?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No single chime?
No, sir.
No.
Oh, just
Reason. And flight controls.
you're not able to hear anything?
Now I
Hello?
could hear, sir.
Flight controls, all those things, huh?
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Okay. So let's just share this again and just tell me yes or no when you hear the audio. I'll just check that.
After caution, hydraulic green reservoir low level.
Yes, audio now?
Yes, sir. It's audible now.
It's audible, no? Perfect. So it is which failure?
Hydraulic green reservoir low level.
Okay. So hydraulic green reservoir low level. Let's just watch it first, then completely, then we'll discuss. Try to remember everything, huh? I'll be asking questions.
After caution, hydraulic green reservoir low level. Back, ECAM actions. PTO of hydraulic, PTO of green engine 1 pump of hydraulic, green engine 1 pump of hydraulic, green engine 1 pump low pressure, and green system low pressure. The hydraulic. Secondary failures. We have lost normal brake in auto brake, clear wheel, clear. And flight controls, we have lost spoilers 5 and 1, and some of the secondary actuators. Clear flight controls? Clear flight control. Status. Stop ECAM. We do not have any paper checklist for this failure, no reset. So continue ECAM. Status. Landing gear, gravity extension, landing distance procedure applied. Alternate yellow brake in with anti-skid, slats and flaps slow. Cut 2 only. Inoperative systems, green hydraulic, spoiler 1 and 5, cut 3, normal brake, auto brake, landing gear retract, reverser 1, green engine 1 pump, and yaw damper 1. Reverse status? Reverse status. ECAM actions complete. Thank you. Ready for the there? Ready. We lost the green hydraulic to leakage, so there is simple recovery, and we have to calculate our next procedure to determine the power destination. Just the bullet point for us is that the landing gear retraction, so we need to be quite sure about the whether at destination where we choose to land, because most likely we'll be committed to land after extending the gear there. Fully agree. Also, reverser 1 is lost, so it would be better to calculate somewhere for the dry or wet runway with reverse idle only for easier control. I agree. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Did you hear everything properly? Everyone, was it audible?
So, it was on and off. In between, I lost a little of the audio.
Yes, sir. Okay, when they were discussing.
Yes, so the briefing part.
Okay, otherwise the rest everything was clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So everyone, how I'm going to conduct these sessions. So for every failure, I have a video for you. All right. First, I'll show you that video. I'm going to explain so that you get the actual, idea what is going to happen in the simulator. Because we are not practicing in the simulator here, but I can give you a brief and what you can expect and some additional tips from my side. Okay. So for every exercise, this is how we are going to conduct it. And then we'll discuss about the video, what happened, what additional things they can give you. All right. Okay. So first thing, did you see over there that when they were doing the communication, did you feel that it was a memorized one or they were discussing the problem? Anyone?
The discussion.
Discussion, right? So many times in this communication, what happens that people are just reciting, whether it is the approach briefing, whether it is the briefing for abnormals. All right, they are just reciting, they have it memorized, they are just reciting it. But you have to communicate with each other, talk about the failure, what has gone wrong, what you have available, what you have what you don't have available, and how you are going to land the aircraft, whether you have nose wheel steering, whether you have reversers. So all that communication part is really important. All right. So now let's see this first. Okay. So this is where the examiner watches you think. Your manipulation is trivial. Press a button, read a line. What is being marked is whether the crew identifies the right failure, protects the flight path while dealing with it, and arrives at a decision that makes sense. Okay, one line version that they have given. That is fly, navigate, communicate, then and only manage the failure. ECAM never has priority over the flight path. We all know this. And no ECAM action is ever started below 400 feet HL unless it is a memory item. right? In engine failure also, you make sure that the aircraft is stabilized. You're about 400 feet AGL, and then you do your ECAM action. Okay, so now let's see ECAM prioritization levels. We all know we have got level 3, level 2, level 1, and a system advisory, right? In which chapter was this? Anyone? In which system?
Indicating and recording.
Perfect. So we have level 3, master warning, master caution. We have level 1, that is the advisory, and we have your system advisory. Okay, so what is a master warning? So means that your aircraft safety is in danger. You get a continuous repetitive chime. There is a cavalry charge. All right. What is the crew response? Immediate crew action required. Memory items where applicable, then ECAM. Right. Examples for any red warnings, anyone?
Engine failure with fire.
Engine failure with fire. Okay, I can say engine fire or cabin pressure excess cabin altitude, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are some examples, but you have to know, I believe you have read this in the FCOM also, what a red warning means and whether you are supposed to take an immediate action or you are supposed to wait, and what will happen if you are not going to take an immediate action. Level 2 warning, that is a master caution amber. Aircraft safety may be endangered in the case of an additional failure, but still it is fine. Crew action required to prevent further degradation, no immediate reflex action. In here, there is no requirement of an immediate reflex action, but you need to act on it. Okay, because if you do not act on it, it could lead to an additional failure. So we all know this. This is very basic, right? If you have any doubt, please stop me. Level 1 advisory caution, amber, no master caution. Okay, you only get there will be no amber, there will be no master caution, like loss of redundancy, aircraft still fully capable. Crew advisory, only monitor action when workload permits. An example would be CPC 1 has failed. So will it be a level 1 warning or level 2 warning? Anyone?
Maybe level 1.
The level 1.
Level 1. You have other system that is talking about, see, redundancy, right? I have CPC 2. It will automatically change over. CPC 2 is there. All right. System advisory. Anyone system advisory? What does this mean? That the parameter is out of the normal limits or it is going to exceed the normal limit?
Sir, it is already exceeded.
Everyone, what do you think?
Sir, it is about to exceed.
Okay. So what Nupur said, that is correct. A system parameter has drifted outside normal range but has not yet failed. Okay, this is what it means, that it has not yet failed, but it is already outside the normal range. So this is just an information. You consult QRH abnormal advisory condition, consult the recommended action. So whenever in your simulator you get these types of warning, either it is level 3, level 2, level 1 system advisory, the instructor is judging you how you are reacting. Okay, if there is level 3, you have to react accordingly. Level 2, level 1, advisory. If there is an advisory, are you checking the system advisory table? Are you guys aware about that?
Yes, sir.
Suppose if I get an advisory for IDG, what is the temperature? When do I get the advisory?
Sir, is it
147?
180?
No, then it becomes amber. 147?
Yes.
Right? So if it is 147, I get an advisory. What I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to open my FCOM. I'm supposed to open the QRH and look for that advisory table. Right? In that, I'll check that and do what is required to be done. Right? So examiners are checking all of these. So you should know first your ECAM prioritization levels and how to react. Now let's see this. So a candidate who treats a level 2 caution as an emergency burns capacity needed later. A candidate who treats a level 3 warning as a caution loses the aircraft. The examiner is watching the pace of your response as much as its content. Okay. So you have to be very patient. You don't have to panic. Okay. You are trained for all the failures, all the abnormals. So you have to handle it in that manner only. That as if you are trained for it. Okay. And not get panicked and doing pushing buttons here and there. All right, we have seen trainees do that also. Okay, so don't do that. Please keep your calm. Now let's talk about failure display types. We all know there are independent failure, primary failure, and secondary failure, right? I'm not going to define them. That is already done. That has been already done in previous classes. So can anyone tell me the video that we have just watched? Was it a independent failure or a primary failure? I'll ask, wait. Pranav, can you hear me? Yashpal?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the video that we have just watched, was it a primary failure or an independent failure?
Sir, it was an independent failure because it was not affecting the other.
Okay. Anaswar, what do you think? Okay, Mukund, what do you think?
Sir, independent failures.
Anaswar?
So I think independent.
Okay. Nupur?
Yes, sir. So actually, primary failures were boxed. This one was an independent failure as it was only underlying.
Okay. Everyone, so you would go with independent failure, right? Okay, so all of you understand what is an independent failure, primary failure, secondary failure, right? In independent failure, underlined as you said, all right, and there will be no other secondary failure with that. It is not affecting other system. That is independent. Primary failure, it will be boxed on the EWD, all right, and then there is a secondary failure that you will see on the right side of the EWD with an asterisk. Okay. So suppose if I have a single hydraulic failure, do you think that will only be an independent failure? Hmm?
Sir, it is a primary failure.
If you
Because
see this,
we
can you
will,
see the video? Yeah, can you see the screen now, everyone?
yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, this is hydraulic green reservoir low level. Okay. Okay. First, you said it is underlined. Okay. That is independent. Green engine one pump off. Okay. So first one is green reservoir low level. Then the second one comes green system low pressure. When this comes to system low pressure, this is boxed. And how do I get to know? How do I remember that it was a primary failure? Because I remember they were talking about the wheel and flight control page. So this is one failure that has led to a primary failure. See, reservoir low level, then one pump low pressure, green system low pressure. So that has turned it into a primary failure where you had your secondary failures as well for your wheel and flight control. Remember, you was talking about wheel 1 and 5, not operative, spoilers, flight control, amber, all these things, right? Understood, everyone? So, okay. So now let's talk about ECAM crew actions flow. So this flow is the single most rehearsable thing in the whole assessment and the single most commonly fumbled. Learn it as a sequence, not a list. First, you have to recognize, then you have to order ECAM, perform, clear page, status page. So the status page pause is where marks are won. The PF orders stop ECAM and considers the acceleration flow, the normal checklist, a possible system reset, and any additional procedure before status is read. The pause is the difference between a crew being led by the aeroplane and a crew flying. So, can anyone tell me in the video after he said stop ECAM, what did the other person say? Do you remember or was it audible? Anyone?
I control speed. One.
So, where will you say stop ECAM?
Replay controls. Replay controls. Status. Stop ECAM. We do not have any paper checklist for this player. No reset. So continue ECAM. Status.
Was this audible, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So, what did he say?
So they are considering if they have any system resets or any checklist or flows.
Correct. So, where do you look for system reset?
In the QRH, sir.
Okay, so it is important before your any SIM check. Okay, and this is not just only for Air India. This is for after you get your job, you have a proper SIM check before you start your line flying. So in that you'll be doing all the failures. So believe me, this is going to help you a lot. Okay, all the SIM practice. See, if you are taking a SIM practice session, they are going to give you a SIM practice for 1 hour. You are just going to practice there. Okay, but you will not get a 1 hour or 2 hour briefing like this. Okay, where I'll be giving you additional points. So this is helpful for your future as well. So listen everything very carefully and retain it till you're not especially till you get qualified for line flying, but even after that, when you have your 6 months periodically sim check, na, that in that case also this is going to help. So listen everything very carefully. All right. So status, or as we all know, stop ECAM. So resets. When he's saying that no resets, he's aware he has already gone through the reset in the QRH procedure and he knows whether this failure has a reset or not. Okay. If you don't remember, you always must go there and check. Okay, let me see if we have a reset. Suppose in case you have a reset and you say no reset, then also you are gone. Isn't it? Okay. So now let's come to the point. So first is recognize. Can anyone explain what is this recognize?
So the first flight crew member who notices the master caution or the master warning must switch
Hmm.
it off.
Okay, so
Or
if
in case an advisory, then follow the advisory.
okay. Okay, somewhere there, good. And then how do you recognize next step? So the first one who sees the caution calls out, silences the warning, and the other one, what he or she is doing, he's checking that, okay, checking the overhead panel. Do we have a fault light? checking the system. Is it an actual alert or not? First, they are recognizing it. After that, they are ordering for ECAM action. Okay. When they are ordering for ECAM actions, earlier there was a call, I have controls and communications ECAM actions. Now they have changed it to, for some airlines SOP, it's just ECAM actions. When the one person says ECAM actions, then that means that one will be doing the ECAM action, other one has controls and communications, right? So they can just say ECAM actions, or if you want to stick to the previous one, I have controls and comms ECAM action, right? Then the other one perform. When the other one is performing the ECAM actions, both have to check. Okay. Remember, as he said, hydraulics. What is he doing over here? When he said hydraulics, he's going here, he's putting his hand over here, calling out hydraulics. So the other crew also check that whether he's on the correct panel or not. And then he'll go to PTU. He'll say PTU, take his finger there and then press it. This is how the other crew also verifies, okay, he's doing the correct action. Rather than if any first officer, I won't be comfortable if my first officer would just read this straight away, go here and press the PTU. First, I want to be sure that he knows where's the panel, because we all know in line flying we don't see the abnormals every day. So it is one odd time when we have it, and everyone can make a mistake. So first is very important that you identify the panel, you at least call it out, place your finger, that other crew also verifies it silently and quickly, and then you go to that. See,
One pump off. Hydraulic. Green engine one pump.
Green engine one pump.
Off.
See, how is it doing it? Isn't that right? Yes,
Yes.
everyone. This is how they have taught you in the simulators as well.
Yes, sir.
And they perform, right? Then after they perform, then comes your clear page. How do we clear the page, anyone?
So we explain the system that is being shown to us to the PF, and then the PM requests for a clear hydraulic, and then
Right. So suppose now let's see this. If I want to clear this, so what I will say, I want to clear this line. I'll say the first one that is underlined. I'll say clear hydraulics. He'll say clear hydraulics. Then I'll press the clear push button, right? Isn't it? This is how it is, right?
Yes, sir.
System low pressure. Hydraulic.
Audible this time?
yes, sir.
Clear hydraulic, right? Now, clear page done. Then comes the status page that we have already seen. When the status comes, stop ECAM, any paper checklist, any resets, any acceleration flow pattern, all that, any OEBs, and then read status. Then that person reads the status. When the status is done, ECAM actions completed. And then comes your, what do we do after that when the ECAM actions are completed? Anyone?
So, we run through the FCOM procedures if time permits, and we also check it in the MEL.
Okay. What else, anyone?
So
Okay, that is, yeah,
we
go ahead.
assess the situation and identify whether we want to continue or divert or
Okay, so for that, what do we do? Earlier,
forwarding events.
earlier they used to do DODAR. Now it is FODEC. Okay, so DODAR is basically decision making after ECAM completion. Diagnosis what has actually happened, not what the ECAM title says, but what it means for this aircraft, weight and weather. Options: continue, return, divert, hold, land immediately. Every option, including the ones you will reject. Decide, choose one out loud with a reason attached. Assign, act, who is flying, talking, programming, briefing the cabin, then do it. Review, has anything changed? Fuel, weather, aircraft state, a new failure? If yes, run it again. The step candidates drop and examiners specifically look for. Okay, so we are not going to do DODAR, but we are going to do FODEC. Okay, so I have taken this online. It won't be that clear, but yeah, it will solve the problem. Okay, so now let's see how this is a gist, okay, how you are supposed to handle your abnormals. Can you see the screen, everyone? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, okay. Now let's see. First is the ECAM master warning or master caution. Apply applicable memory items, OEB if any. Okay. So first thing, what do we do? Handling of abnormals, we all know. Silence the warning, right? Silence the warning, press it, and call out the ECAM. If there is any memory item, do that. If there is any OEB, immediate action, do that. Okay. If there is any OEB action before the ECAM, you have to do the OEB, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the red OEVs.
Are you sure? Only red or white also?
Any OEBs.
Any OEBs. Okay. Who was this who said red OEB?
Sir, me. Sir, yes.
Okay, Yashpal. Okay, Yashpal. So just read about red and white OEB. Okay, if there is any memory action, we have to do it, whether it is a red or white. It's the only differences with the time. You will read it in the FCOM. Okay, I won't discuss that now. All right. Okay, so now if there is any OEB, there is no OEB, right? Now I recognize as suppose I'm the pilot flying, you're the pilot monitoring. Okay, I recognize, okay, I have a fault. Check the status page, sorry, the system page that is already opened up that is showing me that there is green reservoir low level. So I said ECAM actions. Now, after doing the ECAM actions, everything is done, right? Clear this, wheel, explaining what is not available, flight control, clear flight control, status. Now, when it comes to status, so what do I say? I say, as a pilot fly, see, PM says status. Pilot flying says stop ECAM, any pending checklist, any OEBs, any computer or CB resets. Okay, this is what you can also say in your sim check, not a problem. All right. So then the pilot monitoring checks if he remembers if there is any reset, any pending checklist, any OEBs. So he says negative. Okay. Suppose if he or she says yes, so perform required action, normal supplementary checklist, OEBs in QRH, system reset table. If I have a system reset, we'll do the system reset. If I have an OEB, we'll do that. Okay, now let's go here. Was the issue resolved? Yes. If the issue was resolved, then also we'll come to FODEC. All right. Now let's see. There is no checklist, there is no OEB, there is no system reset. Now what the PF will say? Continue ECAM. All right. Now the PF is saying continue ECAM. Pilot to make a tactical short-term decision like continue, hold, radar vectors as required and advise ATC. Read status and take note of INOP systems, landing distance procedure, final app correction, landing configuration, etc. Okay, now let me explain. So now after saying stop ECAM and he says there is no reset, no checklist, nothing. Okay, before saying continue ECAM, see, you have already seen, you have already gone through the failure. You have seen what it is. Okay, you are flying the aircraft. Now it is the time for the PF where they are judging your situational awareness, whether you are situationally aware or not. So now, suppose if you are climbing with a dual hydraulic failure, okay, as a situationally aware pilot, I would say I would ask him to stop ECAM where already stopped. I'll call the ATC and ask him to level off, okay, because I don't want to keep on climbing. I know I have to come back. Okay, if there is any major failure, I'm going to come back. Okay, if I'm not far away from the airport, from the departure airport. So I'm going to ask for level off. Okay, I can ask for hold. So feel that why should I continue for my destination? I can ask for a hold. If I have automation as well, I can ask for a hold, do the ECAM, do the FODEC, and then decide whether I have to divert to an alternate, my departure alternate. I have to come to my departure aerodrome, or I want to proceed to the destination. So hold is always better. Or if there is an engine failure, all right, if there is an engine failure at this step, I know that with an engine failure, I'm not going to continue. I'll simply ask the ATC, please give me radar vectors for the for Delhi, right, or any airport that we have departed, right? So this is called short-term tactical decision. Here they are judging whether you are situationally aware or not, because there is no point with going to the destination with a high speed or keep on climbing. Correct? Isn't it making sense, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then after the short-term tactical decision, if required, then comes the status. Then what do we say? Continue ECAM, right? In continue ECAM, the pilot monitoring will read the status, in-op system, landing distance, all those things. Now, when you do this, then you have to check all this thing. Landing distance procedure, VAP correction, what is the weather, all these. All right. Now let's continue this. I'll cover one more important. All right. So after continue ECAM, before clearing status page, PM says remove status, PM will ask, and PF will say remove status, correct? And the PM will say ECAM actions completed. When the ECAM actions are completed, then there are two steps. One is failure with summaries. If there is a failure with summary, for example, anyone?
So dual hydraulic failure.
Emery
Correct, both, right? So if there is a failure with summary, you go to the EQRH summary actions, compute, fueled, and all those things, summaries, okay? If there are other failures, what do you do? EQRH, fly smart, in-flight performance, compute, fuel penalty, all those. So now if there are other failures, suppose they are not going to give you summary, okay, that will be in your line flying, okay, when you will be having your sims. So this is going to help you then as well. So suppose for other failures now, after ECAM actions are completed, what the pilot monitoring is supposed to do, or even the pilot flying can transfer controls and calculate landing distance, VAP, okay, whether with this failure we can land on this runway. Take the weather, okay, take the weather either from the ATIS or from the ATC, all right, and then do all this. So they are looking for if you are following all the steps correctly or not, or in case if in a panic you are skipping all these things, okay. So this is the correct procedure. Then when you have taken the weather, done the calculation, everything, you have all the data, you have the weather for Delhi, okay, good headwinds, okay, good weather, landing distance is also good, you can go back and land, okay. Then after that you do the FODEC. So FODEC you are going to do in both the cases, even if the system was reset, issue resolved, or after completing the ECAM actions. So now let's see FODEC. So decision making FODEC, I'm not going to ask you the full form, it's very simple. Okay, so first is fact. You understand and deliberate upon the situation. All right, you know that okay, we have a dual hydraulic failure or a single hydraulic failure. What are the consequences? Do we have nose wheel steering or not? Okay, what is not available? So with this, I'm going to judge how am I going to land the aircraft. All right, is it wise to continue to my destination or come back and get through the maintenance as well? All right, so first is the facts, what you have, then the options, then you explore possibilities to resolve the situation. Go, no go, on ground, continue, divert, turn back, in air. Okay, if you want to divert, continue, would you like to continue with this failure, or you would go, will it be safe to continue, or will it be good, better to come back? What are the risks? So in risk, you have already taken the weather. You are assessing the risk. Okay, weather I have taken, weather is fine. Landing performance, we are getting that. Fuel required is enough. There is no relevant no time. So with with this, coming back to my departure, I know all these things are good. All right. So we can come to a decision that is safe, legal, feasible, and economical to come back to Delhi, because all these risk factors are minimized. I don't have any no time. My fuel is sufficient. No landing performance restriction. Weather is also good. So then we discuss, okay, let's go back to Delhi because we have all these things. Risks are minimized. It is safe, legal, feasible, economical. Let's go back. Right? Execution. Now implementation, the workload management. How do you do that? You transfer controls. One, set the box, right? We set the box, we get to, okay, we activate secondary, we get to know how much time it is going to take. Is the fuel required correct? We set the box, we divide the workload, and then last is check. We rerun the FODEC if required. We check if anything has changed. Now, last part, it's the which briefing? Anyone? What do we call it?
NITS briefing.
NITS briefing. So NITS first is nature of failure, intentions of flight crew, time available till landing, any special instruction. That is done for the cabin crew, right? So before the NITS briefing, we have 5 C's. Okay, 5 C's are that you are doing the communication part. Cockpit crew aware and in loop. Controller, he understands the situation. Company notified. Okay, you can just text him to the free text from the MCDU, okay, or give a call to the company, notify. Controller already understands you, he knows you are coming back. Cockpit crew, both have decided that you are going back. Okay, cabin crew, you announce in the PA SCC to cockpit, and then you conduct a NITS briefing. NITS briefing, you all know, you tell him or her the nature, the intention that we are going back, time available, we'll land in another 20 minutes, so please do the securance as soon as possible. Any special instructions, it is going to be a firm landing, or if emergency evacuation will be required or not. If required, please follow your SOP, all those things. Any special instructions if required. And then last is your passenger announcement, that you all know this, right? We do the passenger announcement, we are going back, do technical, all these. All right. So, but you have to make sure that you are doing this 5 C's or 5 C's also. So if the examiner see you seeing the FODEC correctly or initiating the FODEC correctly or this correctly, they will say, assume that it is done. All right. So they might let you skip this part, but you have to at least initiate from your side for Air India or IndiGo. And for Air India also, please call out the checklist at the correct time. That also we'll discuss. All right. Then they will say that please skip it. But you have to call it out correctly at the correct time. All right. Then comes the approach preparation. You follow HAT, right? You use status page, QRH summary, you cross-check the box, and you do the briefing. Briefing for normal and abnormal. Okay, how we are going to land, ILS briefing, and alternate law, direct law with gears down, what will happen? Will we have nose wheel steering? Will we have reversers? All those things. Then the very most important one is the OWL checklist. Okay, so the OWL checklist, some they call it the OWL checklist. So approach, overweight, one engine inoperative, landing with gravity extension. Okay, so basically what happens now, after doing this, people usually forget these additional checklists. So always when you are doing a failure, usually sometimes they give you below 10,000 feet only. So as soon as you are done with this, do your 10,000 floors. And when you are approaching, first thing is do your approach checklist. Then second is you check whether you are within the landing weight. Okay, if you are not, do the overweight landing check. Then you are coming with engine failure. Make sure that you do one engine inoperative straighten approach checklist. That is very important. A lot of people miss this. Hydraulics failures, landing with slash flap jam checklist. Do that. Landing with gravity extension, same hydraulic failure. You have to do this. And then you have to do the landing checklist. So please memorize this that you have to do all these checklists. So OWL, approach checklist, overweight, one engine inoperative, landing slash jam, landing gravity extension, and landing checklist. So people usually lose marks on missing these checklists as well. Okay, so this picture summarizes everything that you are supposed to do. All right, everyone understood?
Yes, sir.
Did you get the idea? Was it helpful for you guys if you will do abnormal procedures down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you have to continue doing this, reading this, because throughout your career, you have to do this, okay, till you are 65. Every 6 months, you'll have your sim check. So this is going to help. All right. So, all right, guys. So this is the basic idea. This is how I'm going to conduct the briefing. It will be highly detailed. And yeah, definitely it is going to help. There is no doubt about it. All right, and let's just sum it up. What I have decided is, so as we conclude today's session about this program, I have specially created for pilots preparing for the simulator check. So I have designed a 7-day online sim check training course. Okay, so I'll be covering all those 15 items in 7 days or maybe 10 days, but let's keep a target of 7 days. Okay, so all the important simulator exercise will be covered in detail and which will going to help you prepare and successfully clear your simulator check. All right. So for this, I think this training program, Airship has decided a nominal fee. Maybe I think it is 5 or 7,000. So just discuss it with the team. We can start with that. Okay, either I'm not sure about either it is 5 or 7. So you can discuss it with the team. Okay, complete 7-day program, and you will also receive WhatsApp doubt clearing support until your simulator check is conducted so that all your queries are resolved before the actual check. Suppose if you watch the classes now and you have a similar simulator check 2 months after this. Okay, so you can always connect with me on WhatsApp, either on a call or message. We can have your doubts cleared. Okay. And so I strongly encourage you to enroll in this course. I genuinely believe it will not only help you, but will also benefit you during your line training, as I've already said, and your future recurrent simulator checks. Believe me, I have seen trainees even after getting into airlines, they are struggling. And you must have heard many failing after getting recruited as well. Okay, they have thrown out many people in IndiGo, Air India also because of this, because of failing their sim checks. So this is very important. So since you are already learning and building up, I would advise that you clear your basics from now onwards. Okay, so this is going to help you for future. If everything is clear, it is going to be very easy for you in the future. But if it is not clear now, it is going to be difficult. Okay. And basically, our objective is not just to help you pass a simulator check. Our objective is to make you better, more situationally aware, more confident, and more knowledgeable pilot. Okay, same goes for your detailed classes, for your interview training. So my goal, airship goal, is that only. All right, so to make you a better pilot of. All right, everyone. So that is it from my side. and we'll see if you guys enroll. We'll plan the next class. Probably we'll try to cover it in 7 days or 10 days. All right. Any doubts, any questions, everyone?
No, sir. I think initially you were calling out my name. I was not able to answer to that.
Yes, Nupur. When is your SIM check?
So not about the SIM check, but they have planned my abridge from 10th of August in
10th.
Malaysia. So
Okay.
maybe after that. Also,
And
sir, the sessions we'll be carrying out, will we get the recorded lectures like the previous ones so we can go
yes,
through that? Sure,
exactly.
sir.
You will get the recorded lectures.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so yeah, this is going to be helpful for you. And for your abnormals also, I'm going to start a abnormal pre-TR course as well. So let's see when I start that, probably end of July. So for your abridged training, that is also going to help.
Okay, sir.
Because in abridged, as well as the IndiGo SOPs, and they are going to make you train the abnormals as well. So that is going to be helpful. Okay, let's see. The team will inform you, or you'll get the information through such webinars, what all new things we are doing. All right. Okay,
Yes.
everyone, let's sign off then. Any Mukund, are you saying something?
Sir, I'm in standby, what would you suggest? Like I'm stuck. I've been revising on my own, but
Hmm.
how do I prepare for my next stages whenever they call?
Okay, so you are in for your Air India standby, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Mukund, so one thing, start with your FCOM again.
Okay.
Okay, read the complete FCOM along with the FCTM. Okay, and start preparing for your interview GD and SIM. Okay,
Okay.
first go through your first start with your GD interview, and then later third part will be SIM. But at the same time, you have to read the FCOM again and FCTM so that you don't forget. So you are thorough, and the revision is also being done. Don't stop studying, please. Continuously read the FCOM every day.
Yes, I will do. And also regarding any like the GDPI classes of airship
Mhm.
specific for Air India, is there?
Yes. So they have GDPI classes, they have interview classes. For that, you'll have to contact the team.
Okay, wait, those.
Okay, you can contact the team. I think the number is there in the website. You can contact them, they will guide you properly.
Fine, fine. Thank you.
Okay, anything else? Anyone?
So, I think when you asked Kunal how much he has paid, you mentioned something regarding the hours. What was that?
How much he has what? Sorry.
For the Air India SIM check. So you were asking
Okay. 23,000 something.
right. You also
Yeah.
mentioned something about the hours, for how many hours.
Yes. So, see, earlier when they were conducting the SIM checks last year, it was around 1 lakh they used to take from the trainees. Okay. So in that at that time they used to conduct a session of whole 2 hours, 3 hours. Okay. And then there were two SIM partners. But now they have reduced the cost to 23,000, and it is only for 30 minutes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay. Thank you.
All right. All right, everyone. Then see you. Bye bye.
Bye, sir.
All
Thank
the
you,
Yes,
best.
sir.
sir. Good day, sir.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
day.
Bye, sir.